everyone, it is Flynn Patrick once again, and in this video I am super duper excited to release the number 78 player in the NBA for 2017-2018. This player is an unquestioned Basketball Hall of Fame player, and he is an all-time NBA legend. Let's get right to it. The number 78 player in the NBA for 2017-2018 is going to be Dwyane Wade of the Miami Heat. Okay, so this was finally the year where Dwyane Wade made that transition from primary scorer to veteran role player. And he played that role pretty well overall. He had never averaged less than 16 points a game in any season before this season. That dipped to 11 points a game, but his efficiency didn't necessarily dip from the previous season when he was in Chicago either, so that's a good sign. He also showed flashes, no pun intended, of just exactly how good he was in his prime as well, like that 27-point game versus Philadelphia in February, which was a season high where he hit that game-winning shot in one of his first games for Miami. That was an incredible game, and it was reminiscent of exactly how good Dwyane Wade used to be. So just to emphasize, this ranking does include the NBA playoffs. It is not just regular season only. If this ranking was regular season only, Mr. Wade probably would have still cracked our top 100, but it would have been more like 96th, 97th overall. But his playoff performance increased his ranking a lot in my eyes. He was Miami's most exciting player versus Philadelphia. He pretty much single-handedly led them to that victory in Game 2. He had his best game of the year in the playoffs in Game 2 versus Philadelphia, where he had 28 points and 7 rebounds. And although he only averaged 11 points a game during the season, he averaged 17 points a game in the 5 games that Miami played versus Philadelphia in the playoffs. In my eyes, Mr. Wade was the most exciting player for Miami in that playoff series, and his playoff performance gave him a big boost for #Infinite Rank, and he made our top 80. His impact in the locker room and helping those Miami players also cannot be understated. He generally helps the team when he's on the floor. He has a positive attitude, and he's still playing well enough to crack our top 80. I'm interested to see what he does next season. He could retire. I'm not sure yet. I do feel that this is probably the last season of him finishing in the top 100. I could be wrong. Either way, he's a legend. I grew up in South Florida, and I remember just how big Dwyane Wade was, especially in the mid to late 2000s in South Florida specifically. I mean, he was absolutely gigantic, and even in the year 2018, in the back end of his career, he still played well enough to crack our top 80. Congrats to Dwyane Wade for cracking the #Infinite Rank list. My name is Flynn Patrick, and we will be back with the number 77 player shortly.